175. Show you guys a little physique update of what I'm looking like. I feel like the physique has been progressing relatively well ever since I got out of that never-ending cutting cycle or maintaining cycle. Carbohydrates have been very high, 550 plus grams per day, week over week increasing. And I'm going to show you guys this journey along this next massing phase. Hopefully put on some size. Hopefully you guys are bulking alongside me and just taking the time that you need to grow both mentally, physically, emotionally, and in every way, shape, or form, in your faith especially. Let's do this. When I first started lifting and working out is because I was very insecure with myself. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like how skinny I was. I didn't like my height. I didn't like a lot of things about myself. And then as soon as I found lifting, it was like something I could really control. At some point along the line, I got caught up in the goal of building a business, the goal of building a social media platform, and that goalpost shifted from just making progress with myself, which I think a lot of you guys actually followed the channel for, so that you could see the progression and then hopefully apply some of the principles that I was applying to your own training. It shifted to, okay, how can I progress the business and the content and the platform, and it became about creating rather than documenting. I want to document my journey, and I want to show you guys the progression of me literally going from being the 15-year-old kid, 14-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid, which I know is the running joke, to now being a 21-year-old kid. I really do want to get back to that. I really do want to, you know, find a love for content creation again, find a love for training again. The truth is, the small incremental steps that you take on every single day towards whatever your goal is, specifically bodybuilding, I would say, is not noticeable at all. You don't see gains every single day in the mirror. Maybe you notice some little changes in your physique, but it's these little incremental steps over time that build up, that eventually equate to that progression that you're looking for in this all-encompassing goal. And sometimes you can get so caught up in looking so far ahead that you forget to just take action.
But you don't know why. You're splitting uneven, your hands to the sky. Surrender yourself.
And so from now on, from here on out with this channel, my only goal is to document every piece of my life, document every single thing.
And I wonder why I tear myself down to be built back up again. Oh, I hope somehow I'll wake up young again. All that's left of myself, holes in my false confidence. And now I lay myself down and hope I wake up young again.
It's been a long journey for sure, and there's been a lot of ups and downs, and something that, not that I regret necessarily, but I feel like I could have done a little bit more of, was documenting the lows, because people saw me at my highest points when I looked the best, whatever that may mean, or I was training the best, or I was progressing the best, but then I hit these really dark places for myself, nowhere near what some other people have experienced. But I think that the majority of the things that I've learned in my life, my short 21 years so far, has been through those lows. And so I think that if I continue to document only the good things, I don't show you guys where the real progression happens, when both mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, any of these different things. So we're going to train with Noel Diesel today, which is very exciting. It's been a long time coming. I met Noel back at the Olympia for the first time, and we'd spoken over the years just via Instagram. So he's someone that I definitely look up to with regards to both training, but also the way he's built his platform and his content, and promoting a positive message and not focusing on what other people are doing, and really just driving forward something that is positive for the space, for the fitness community as a whole. I believe we're going to be training push. We're going to go check out the Rise headquarters. I don't think we're going to film any of that, but I am grateful to be able to go and see the backside of a business that's been built to the level that it's been built, and he's been a big part of that over the last 3-4 years, so long as he's been an athlete, as well as becoming a founder of the business. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go over to the Rise gym and do a little push session. Hopefully you guys can kind of be like a fly on the wall, follow along, watch the workout, learn from our training, have a good time with us. Something that's very simple that most people just don't do when it comes to both dieting and bulking is tracking their food. So get yourself a food scale. I weigh out pretty much all of my foods. After a little bit, you can kind of get a gauge of like, oh, this is how much I'm eating on a daily basis, and then just pretty much consume the same meals if you're okay with that. Otherwise, it's important to track like every single meal, make sure you're getting the correct amount of grams of whatever food it is, and then you can actually accurately assess the way that things are affecting your body, how much food you're taking in. You look at the weight of the food and how much food you're consuming on a daily basis, then you check your body weight as well at the same time to make sure that you're actually eating enough to grow. So meal number one, extremely simple, extremely basic, literally just 125 grams of white rice, jasmine rice. It's about 100 grams worth of carbs, 4 ounces of sockeye salmon, smoked, and then 100 grams of cucumber.
I'll give you guys a quick tour. This one's gonna be like really quick because it's not much.
Sounds good.
There's not much here, right? But this has always been the gym. You know, some of the pieces have been moved back to that side where we plan on setting up at the new HQ, but they'll make their way back here. That's where the wrestling takes place. So 3 days a week, coaching wrestling.
You said you have like 100. They have 100 members for the wrestling team.
100 members.
That's
yeah.
Wild. You like Texas best as far as like
I do.
seeing yourself live somewhere?
It's got that familiarity with me, and just the people here are incredible as well. Everyone's just so friendly, and it's easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we were stuck in, like we were in Vegas for a bit, and then we went to LA, and then we went to Orlando for the Olympia. You've been to Alpha before?
Yeah.
I've heard it's crazy. What's it like?
I haven't been in about a year.
Okay.
But it was.
Yeah.
I think it's dipped slightly from its peak, right when we went there.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. Very cool experience. Cool gym.
What's your training now like with all the work? 'Cause you're doing like 15 jobs basically now with all the different social media platforms and coaching and that.
I always make sure I put time aside for a session. You know, we're fortunate we got the gym here, and this is the fullest it's been in some time. Having you guys here. Weekends are a little bit less chaotic, so I like to, you know, have a bit of a longer workout. Treat myself to a long workout.
Sometimes we shouldn't feel sorry. Sometimes we all feel sorry. Sometimes we shouldn't feel sorry. Sometimes we all feel sorry. Sometimes we shouldn't feel sorry. Sometimes we all feel sorry. Sometimes we shouldn't feel sorry. Sometimes I want you to pray.
I don't like being at one spot for a long time. Like I like gym hopping and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a lot of nice gyms down here in Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know how are you down for?
Till Friday, right? Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, I can suggest a few places. There's some really nice.
Yeah,
gyms
that'd be
there.
sweet.
I mean, we just did the opening of the new AR.
Yeah, that spot looks insane.
Metroflex, there's Arlington, you know, the original home of Ronnie.
Yeah.
The Castle, which I strongly suggest you guys to go up to the Castle in Fort Worth. That's also another Metroflex. It's built in a bomb factory. There's John Reed
Okay.
in Dallas, which is worth going to. Also, we don't go out, we don't do clubbing and stuff, but for me, I just like gym hopping.
Yeah, I know. That's like the first thing people. It's like, what are the good gym spots? What are the good food spots?
Yeah.
We all feel sorry. Sometimes we shouldn't feel sorry. Sometimes we all feel sorry. Sometimes we
train fairly heavy, or you?
Getting back into it.
Yeah.
I had surgery about 5-6 months ago. Diastasis recti. I had a hernia and then a separation in the abdominals here, so I had to get that all stitched up. And it took me a while just to, for the recovery, getting back into it. So even from pushing heavy, I took a little bit of a break. I kind of just focused on intensity, high volume.
Yeah.
So for the last 3 weeks, I would say, just getting back into lifting heavy again. So it was tough.
Any plans in the future to compete again, jump back on stage, or no?
Man, so I'm going through a cut right now. I was at 310. And I'm now down to about 260. And I was just trying to mature the tissue that I put on, so I didn't want to start a cut too soon.
Yeah.
It just got to the point, I was like, you know what, time is right.
Yeah.
I pulled right back in. I'm actually pretty happy, comfortable where I'm at, and it's kind of initiated this thought process of doing a show. So I'm sitting on the fence, haven't quite decided on something, but
it's exciting still.
Yeah.
As soon as you
the more I'm
that.
seeing my physique change, the more I'm considering it.
Why can't I see you still? Coyotes howling at the moon, and I feel your love too soon. I just want you to feel the sun don't shine in the darkness. Oh, I feel so broken hearted. Miss you in the morning. I guess I should have seen the warning.
Up. You got it. 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 Come on. Squeeze. Push. Push.
Drink away all my pain, just to feel a little sane, just so I don't shed a tear. Sitting out by the fire, and I see your heart's desire. It's all washing from here. The sun don't shine in the darkness. Oh, I feel so broken hearted. Miss you in the morning. I guess I should have seen the warning.
You got it. I'm shouting squeeze, I'm supposed to say push.
Same thing.
You get the memo, you know. So you're in your bulk. I see you're just shredded all the time. But even now, striations in the chest, and he's like in peak bulk here. What's the mental adjustment? Because it was a mental adjustment for me, coming from like 310 down to 260.
Yeah.
What was the mental adjustment for you?
Going opposite?
Kind of going opposite.
Initially, well, I think the biggest thing for me was like not having the plan. So it's like when you're saying like, when you kind of have that date in mind for the show and stuff, you have a general idea of, okay, these are the adjustments I want to make, but because I had no dates in mind, I was just endlessly cutting. When I came out of my like cutting phase, which was really just like how I was eating for 3 years, I just, as soon as I had a plan, I was able to like just execute it. But until that point, it was just the mental part of it was just messing with me a lot. So
how has life changed? Has there been an improvement in like your quality of life, energy levels, or is it too like minimal to notice, just with these drastic adjustments you've been through?
Yeah, I would say like the biggest thing for me is probably like food focus and just focus on getting like a certain amount of activity in. I just don't have to think about it as much, obviously, but that's probably the main thing. As far as my mental state goes, like I wasn't in a great place before mentally, but I wasn't in like a terrible place.
Yeah.
So I think I've definitely just gaining the perspective of coming out of it has allowed me to better myself mentally.
Yeah, it's difficult because I spent the last 16 years chasing weight to put on as much mass as possible, and just pulling back from those numbers was a bit of a mental adjustment.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm I'm getting comfortable. I'm comfortable. I just,
Yeah.
depending on what the future holds,
Yeah.
have to look at picking that number up again.
I change shapes just to hide in this place, but I'm still an animal. Nobody knows it but me when I slip. Yeah, I slip. I'm still an animal.
Like before I even started any of the social media stuff, we did like we stayed there for 2 days. We went to Vegas and then we're like, we gotta go to LA for like 2 days just to go see Gold's Gym Venice. And then we went in there, walked in there. Neither of us could get in because we were too young. And so
for real?
like we like walked in there. I remember Ty was like so upset in the back of our car, like all the way home, just like so upset and just like, and so that kind of like sparked our interest. We always like loved bodybuilding and fitness and stuff, so that sparked our interest. And then the following year we're like, oh, let's just go to LA, explore the different gyms. That's always been the kind of things like gym hopping and stuff. And so we went there, and then one of the first days we went there, we met like Bradley Martin, filmed with him and stuff, and then we went to Gold's Gym, trained with like Sean Rodin before he passed away and stuff. So we had all these opportunities that kind of just like sparked just from us like going out into the public eye and going to the different gyms and stuff. So.
Something satisfying in doing it together.
Yeah.
Like that synchronized,
Right. Synchronicity
flying with Tristyn.
In the past 9 to 10 months, I've gained just under 40 pounds, 38 pounds to be exact. I went from 137 to now 175. Initially, my plan was to do a full cut from this point from 175 going all the way back down to whatever my new stage weight or my new stage leanness weight would be, and then hopefully getting on stage sometime mid this year. Spoke with my coach, kind of looked in the mirror, looked at the progress that I've been making, and made the decision that it's probably better for me to not go all the way back down to stage weight. That's not really the place I want to be in at this point. I really want to be making progress and have that direction and moving forward rather than regressing or just maintaining up until the point where I get to that stage weight. It's been 10 months of consistently bulking with the additional carbs, of gaining 1 pound per week, and I'm still relatively lean now that I'm at the 175 point. I never honestly thought I'd be getting up to this weight, especially when I first started lifting. I was only 130 pounds, 140 pounds. I'm only 5'5", so I have a relatively small build overall. But now, as the goalposts started to move forward, it was like, okay, now I'm at 150, now I'm at 160, and then now at this point I'm at 175. And I'm still relatively lean. I'm pretty happy with the body composition going into this next phase of massing. I wanted to kind of make this video just as like a comeback video to show you guys where I want to go with the channel direction. And so from now on, from here on out with this channel, my only goal is to document every piece of my life, document every single thing. Because now looking back on it, when I see that young 15-year-old kid getting into the gym who was just striving towards progression on a day-to-day basis, that's what I'm really searching for now, being 21 years old in my life and trying to figure out what I want to do with the channel, with the businesses, and with the community that I've built.